Hi, this is part 2 of my lessons on the road. We've been traveling, we've been hauling luggage, we've been up and down stairs, and there's been a few moments when the posture and the back and the situation unavoidably couldn't be helped, and there were tweaks in the back. So this is a very common pattern, this is a very common problem, and I'd like to provide a quick solution to the problem. So I'm probably going to have to fake you out on, since we just did this correction and managed to not capture it on video. What we're looking at here, perhaps you can see that Kim's right shoulder sits lower than his left shoulder, yeah? And so at the moment, that means that his right side, quadratus lumborum, is pulling him over sideways. And it does that because it's an auxiliary for extension and stabilization of the back. So what it does when it tips you sideways is it flattens your lumbar curve. And so when you palpate in here, you can actually feel how stiff and tight things are, but they're not really functional. So when I put a little pressure on the back of Kim's shoulder where he's going to need that muscle, go ahead and take a breath, breathe out, and press back against my pressure, right? So there's a weakness. It's unable to stabilize itself. Let's compare it to the other side. Take a breath in, take a breath out, and match my pressure. So that backward motion engages the bottom section of the erector spinae. When that is not responsive, you see the quadratus lumborum taking over, and that's what's happened here, because in heaving luggage around, we're frequently in a position where we're slightly flexed, yes? And we've forgotten to keep the extension in our sacroiliac joint, that lower lumbar, a little bit of curve that enables us to access the psoas and the back muscles. So what we do is we go fully into our front flexors, and we try to do all our heavy lifting with just hip flexors and core stabilizers here in the front, and we end up straining the back and getting even more fixated here in the front of the body. And what's needed is to re-engage the erector muscle that goes straight up and down the back, right? So the other thing that happens when the right side quadratus lumborum is short, go ahead and match my pressure, it's facilitated. It finds moving or collapsing or engaging to the side that it's short to be quite easy, where the opposite then, match my pressure here, is inhibited, right? And so you see the body unable to hold the integrity of a side bending motion.
So then I got the pain.
When you did that, there was a pain?
No.
Oh, so when that happened, initially, there was a very dramatic pain that ran right through this area, whether it's located right here at the top or located at the bottom where the QL inserts on top of the pelvic crest. Is the big news on Kim was right up here at the junction, thoracic lumbar junction. And so I found the work that we needed to do, okay, was to get in here and open this space. So first Kim just breathed in, okay, and then he relaxed, right? And we got a little bit of loosening in that tissue. So now when you breathe in, you're going to turn left from down here in the middle of your back. Beautifully done, okay? Now, it wasn't that easy to do when we first had this problem. So go ahead and breathe in and turn to the left, and it's not about how far you go, it's where you're moving from, right? So it's not a turn of the head, it's not exactly even a turn of the shoulder, it's a turn of the spine. You can use your hands up here, if you're sitting on a chair with a back, to help you turn, but it's not about how far, it's moving from here. So we breathe in, and we loosen up this area at the top of the back. Then that's only part of the game, because then we need to re-engage this erector spinae muscle. This is, and relax, okay? And when you engage, you tip your tailbone back, rock your pelvis forward, and you sit up tall, and then you relax, okay? And if you stimulate that while somebody does that, you snag it and help it lift, tip your tailbone back, rock your pelvis forward, and relax. Good, one more, and I keep snagging it and helping it to wake up. And I can also just scrub back and forth across it with my knuckles or my fingers. Yeah? So those are the two things that you're going to do, and you're going to see whether you are thinking yourself capable of muscle testing. You're going to match my pressure right back here. Good. Looks fine now. Okay. So if you tip down to the right side, of course that was easy before, breathe in, breathe out, and tip on down to the right. Good. And then compare to the left. Take a breath in. You're going to tip sideways on the left side here, match my pressure, and now I can't budge them, right? So this is a quick fix. Anybody can do this, and all of us have these challenges. So, yeah, we are enjoying vacationing on the island of Paros. We'll be back soon for a production of our 4th level module of neuromuscular reprogramming. And these are the kind of quick applications that neuromuscular reprogramming enables you to do. So we hope to see you somewhere soon. And stay tuned. Thank you.